So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Snowbeast. It's half human. It's half animal. It's a cold-blooded killer. That's what the promotional posters shows. I'm a little confused about this movie. Somebody in the comments on the cult cinema classic cult, whatever. I don't remember the name of the channel. It's called Cult Cinema Classics, CCC. It's the first stop for cult film freaks, mad movie misfits, cinema aficionados, and all-around TV addicts. There we go. My favorite channel. Cult Cinema Classics. And it won't pull up on YouTube. Anyway, this one's got Bo Svenson and Clint Howard. Our film archives dive deep into all moving images of the 20th century. Subscriber, become an official cult member. Stay tuned for all of our cult B movies, rare old cinema, and classic TV series for the love of cinema, the good and the bad. And the so bad it's good, join the cult. Live stream premieres 4 times per week, August, September 2022, showtime, UTC, GMT, midnight. Subscribe and follow stories for upcoming new releases. Check the CCC community page for more info. Become an official cult member, subscriber, classic movies channel, live stream movies, live premiere movies, cult classic films, full-length films, golden oldies, Hollywood classic cinema, cinema classics, B-movie. There you have it. Snowbeast is a 1977 U.S. made-for-television horror film starring Bo Svenson, Yvette, Mimieux, pardon my French, Robert Logan, and Clint Walker, who was in The Ten Commandments. Bo Svenson was in the Inglorious Bastards, right? (1978) War Action. So he was in the Inglorious Bastards the following year. Follows the story of a bloodthirsty Bigfoot-like monster. It looks like a Yeti to me and my son. Terrorizing a ski resort in the Colorado Rockies. I don't know why they keep calling it Bigfoot. It was directed by Herb Wallerstein from a teleplay written by Joseph Stefano, the Outer Limits co-creator, who also wrote the screenplay for Alfred Hitchcock's 1960 thriller Psycho. The film originally premiered as the NBC Thursday night movie on NBC on April 28, 1977. I was in grade school at the time. Gar Seberg Svenson and his wife Ellen Mimieux returned to his hometown, a ski resort in the Colorado Rockies. Gar is a former Olympic skiing champion, and he's looking for work. As they arrive, the town's annual snow carnival is spoiled by the disappearance of some vacationers. Resort owner Carrie Rill, Sylvia Sidney, fears losing business, and she tries to keep the disappearance a secret, but there are witnesses who say that the culprit is a Yeti or Bigfoot Sasquatch. What is it? Yeti, Bigfoot, or Sasquatch? As it is revealed that the missing people were brutally killed, the local sheriff, Walker, spreads the story that there is a lone savage bear on the loose. Carrie's grandson, Tony Logan, gives Gar a job at the resort, but also tells him that he must stalk and kill the monster. He doesn't want to do that at first, but then he sees the dead bodies and he changes his mind. Ellen was previously in television and had worked on a documentary about Sasquatch sightings, so Gar has an open mind and he's reluctant to kill the beast until he sees the remains of the first victim. Then the monster comes to town, killing the mother of the carnival queen and sending the town into panic. That's the scene to watch right there. I'm giving it 2 out of 5 stars. I think it gets a similar rating on IMDb. Let's see. IMDb gives it 4.6 out of 10. So my rating is a little bit lower than IMDb. In the film's climax, Gar, Ellen, Tony, and the sheriff go in the woods and track the monster. And that's pretty much it. Later reception for Snowbeast has been more negative, with many critics calling it a poor quality Jaws ripoff. Fred Belden of AllMovie felt that the film was a significantly less effective takeoff on Steven Spielberg's Jaws, with the title monster not scary once it's fully revealed. I laughed when I saw it attacking the gymnasium. That was great. That was the highlight right there. Belden concluded his review by calling the film one of the weaker entries into an already tepid horror subgenre. Zach Handlin from the AV Club offered this film similar criticism, while also pointing out that director Wallerstein was not as gifted a filmmaker to enable the film to rise above being just another poor Jaws ripoff. Well, he's got impressive credentials. He was one of the founding Wallerstein. Oh, that's the director. I'm thinking of the writer. Never mind. I don't know anything about the director. Horror News Net stated that while the film showed promise, it was undone by an over-reliance on cliches, POV shots, and ski footage. I tend to agree with that. It's a television movie. It's kind of boring watching people ski around. Leonard Maltin panned the film, calling it dumb and below average. Blockbuster Inc.'s Guide to Movies and Videos awarded 1 out of 4 stars. While refusing to comment about the film, that's a cop-out. In his video source book, Thomas Gale rated the film 1.5 out of 4 stars, stating that the film was neither scary or funny. I thought it was funny, but it wasn't scary. So I'm rating it a little bit higher than the lamestream movie critics. I'm giving it a 2 out of 5 stars, which is still lower than IMDb rating. Yvette Mimieux. Oh, she was in The Time Machine. I better put her name in the description box as well as who else is in this? I don't know anything about Robert Logan Jr. Anyways, I missed a couple names on here. Yvette Mimieux. All right. I'll put her name in the description box, and I guess I'll take a nap. But before I do that, let me go through the list, because I added a couple, and I just watched one. Oh, boy. Stock market looks like it's going sideways tomorrow. It's not going in either direction. Oh, I just clicked on Black Dragons with Bela Lugosi. Oops. Let's try this again. Here we go. What a list. Holy cow. How am I going to ever get through this? Platoon Leader, 1988. Dudikoff. Sherlock Holmes, The Case of the Reluctant Carpenter, TV episode 21, 1955. Mercenary Fighters, 1988. The Buckskin Lady, 1957. Stormcatcher, 1999. The Taking of Beverly Hills, 1991. The Manster, 1959. Bedside Manor, a.k.a. Her Favorite Patient, 1945. Dark Mountain, 1944. The Crater Lake Monster, 1977. The Giant Spider Invasion. Stick, 1985. The Forest, 1982. Phantom from Space, 1953. The Dungeon of Harrow, 1962. The Amazing Mr. X, 1948. Damnation Alley, 1977. Shadow Warriors 2, 1999. Law of the Jungle, 1942. Blake of Scotland Yard, 1937. Kansas City Confidential, 1952. The White Cannibal Queen, 1980. Windjammer, 1937. Swampfire, 1946. Police Story 4. Blood Ring, 1991. Hostile Country, 1950. Rotor. The Wrong Road, 1937. You Bet Your Life. Identity Unknown, 1945. Chained for Life, 1952. Untamed Women, 1952. The Case of the Christmas Pudding. Sherlock Holmes TV episode 23, 1955. Texas, Brooklyn, and Heaven, 1948. Beast from Haunted Cave, 1959. Moon of the Wolf, 1972. Hurricane Smith, 1992. Sherlock Holmes, The Case of the Suffragette TV episode 20, 1955. Showdown, 1993. Best of the Best 2. TNT, 1997. My Dear Secretary, 1948. The Mystery Man, 1935. Bride of the Gorilla, 1951. Letter of Introduction, 1938. Dick Tracy versus the Mole, Season 1, Episode 9 through 12. Devil's Island, 1939. Angel Town, 1990. Mercenary, 1996. Night Fright, 1967. DEFCON 4, 1985. Santa Fe Trail, 1940. Renegade Girl, 1946. Passport for a Corpse, 1962. Black Dragons, 1942. Cyborg Cop 2. Drums of the Desert, 1940. Santa Fe Trail, 1940. Shock, 1946. Law of the Jungle, 1942. It Lives by Night, 1973. Train to Tombstone, 1950. Deputy Marshal, 1949. Broadway Limited, 1941. The Strange Woman, 1946. The Fighter, 1952. And Bamboo Gods and Iron Men, 1974. Zero Tolerance. Ulterior Motives, 1992. And The Big Chance, 1933. That's my list. I went through it completely. I didn't add any today. Karate Man left the chat room. Laters.